Hello, Guy here, and welcome to the first part of my series on Minecraft Caved In. Caved In is a mod pack made by GORC Craft from Minecraft 1.10.2, and it is available on the AT launcher, as well as, well, I think it's just AT launcher right now, but don't quote me on that. The main gimmick of this mod pack is that you are underground. There is no day and night cycle because, well, you're underground, so even if there were, it wouldn't matter. And basically, the stuff that wants to kill you is everywhere, and it's way harder than regular Minecraft. And I've actually made a couple of additions to the mod pack, namely scaling health down there to make it even harder on myself at the beginning, because, I don't know, I hate myself. And in fact, I succeeded at this so well that I had to remake this world because I had a failed take where I died 25 times to the exact same skeleton right in the beginning of the game, and I had a feeling everyone would think it was cheap, so I decided to just scrap it and start over. So this time I'm going to learn from my mistakes and do what I should have done from the beginning last time and try to get a creeper to aggro on me right away. I don't care about the zombies. They can leave. I mean, they won't really be doing much to me. I need him to explode. There we go. And hope he knocked it loose at least one, or at least a few pieces of cobblestone. This is an early trick I like doing. And I'm going to pray to God that that skeleton doesn't wander over here and start firing at me, because that would be bad. These guys are almost, or at least that one's almost dead. Just crit him a couple times. Yep, he's dead. Got the rotten flesh. You need to... Oh my god. Is that a Basalzes already? No, I'm just going to get this cobblestone and run. I could be using FTB utilities commands to zip back to spawn instantly, but I don't know if people think they're cheap or not, so I'm going to hold off on using them. Now, it appears that I encountered that weird glitch where I got 2 of everything at the start of the game, so... I mean, like... I can keep them, but... should I? I mean, for now I'll keep the 2 torches and put everything else away. I'm going to use the F7 feature that was so kindly added to see what is legal spawning ground for monsters right now, and why there is a zombie following me all the way from over there. Well, that was fun. I'm going to try to place the torches in here to remove as much of the legal spawning ground as possible, which I did, except for that one little bit right there. And did I replant that tree? Yes, I did. Good, I'll have to go grow that later by repeatedly doing squats next to it, which actually somehow works. I don't really need this marble, so I'll just place it there, I guess. I'm going to punch this stone out of exit. Actually, no, I'm not, because this time I actually have cobblestone already, so I can make a pickaxe right away. I'm going to make one of those. Some of these. One of those. One of those. Another of these. And turn it into that. And tool station, part builder, stencil table. Excellent. Now we're going to make a couple more patterns. I've done this early part of the game so many times that I have it memorized what I need to be doing. First we're going to make these. I don't really need the pattern chest right away, but I could still do with one, so I'm going to probably hold off on... No, actually I'm not. I have enough wood to make more stuff here. There we go. Gonna make a couple more patterns and have 1 piece of wood left over. Actually, no, we're gonna have 2 pieces of wood left over if you count the sticks. So I'm going to make all the remaining wood into tool rods. I'm going to make this stone into binding because it decreases the amount of materials you need to repair tools if you have a stone part. However, that only works if you have a stone part as an extra or handle part of the tool. If you have it as the head, all it does is cut your tool's durability. It outright tells you in the manual stone is bad because it's cheap. Or at least in the mod author opinion of Tinkers, it's cheap. So this is going to be the pickaxe. Always the first thing you need to make. And I got the pickaxe and 3 achievements at once, including a custom one from Caved In, which I'll be displaying in a second as soon as I can get a chest up, and another piece of flint, or another couple pieces of flint. No, I only need one more. Oh no, I needed 2. 2 pieces of flint. Now I can make a sword blade with that. And I hope this loot bag has a bone in it. Nope, 3 saplings. Oh well. Well, I gotta get a bone for the sword. But I have a pickaxe, so I have some way to do more damage than just my fists now. Yeah, I actually use a pickaxe as a weapon until I get a single bone. There, tree is good. I'm gonna cut this down by punching it repeatedly, which is a classic feature of Minecraft. It wouldn't be Minecraft without punching trees. Gonna replant the saplings, which for some reason didn't stack properly. There we go. Now I'm going to display the achievements for Caved In. It starts with the pickaxe and then branches off into trees for RF Tools Dimensions, Ender IO, and Thermal, Basic Mining, and Tinkers, with side branches for Resourceful Crops and Challenge achievements that are somewhat more difficult than everything else to do, except for a couple joke ones like the beef and the corned beef hash, which I added because I actually really like corned beef hash in real life. Yes, I added these achievements for the pack. They're an official part of the pack. The challenge achievements, which are primarily down here, but also include this one right here, this one up here, and this one right here, as well as some that you can't see yet over here, will award trophies for having you go out of your way to do them. I especially like this one. You'll see what that is later. It's really funny. Now down here again, now that I have some more wood, I'm going to make this all into planks, make 2 chests, and turn one of them into a pattern chest. And I can now break this and actually collect it, so we're going to do that. I got the Breaking Ground achievement for getting cobblestone for the first time, which I think is a pretty nice name. I tried to name all these achievements in relevant and sometimes funny ways. Now we're going to use these last few patterns on a bow limb, a bowstring, and an axe head. And I get to put away all these things now. Oh man, that's what I should have used the wood for. Gravel can go away. I'm gonna actually want to run over there and get some more wood. Well, I have this tool rod now, so I might as well do this and save everyone watching me a lot of frustration. Wait, did I actually name this? No, I didn't. Oh well, I was gonna name it something. Piece of flint. Another piece of flint. And we are going to make stone binding and a flint axe head to make a hatchet. Make cutting down these trees and farming wood a lot more bearable to watch. I used to just name all my beginning... I forgot about that achievement name. I used to just name all my beginning tools Crude X, but then I remembered early builds of Starbound and the names for the Florin tools, and now I'm going to be following that naming convention for them, so the axe is named Choppy Thing. Gonna grow another tree by repeatedly doing calisthenics next to it until I make life happen. If only you could, like, grow your garden by doing aerobics next to it. You'd be like a god or something. Hatchets are better than vanilla axes because they work on leaves without need for more mods. Got those. Oh, and if you notice the pickaxe repaired itself, that's because wooden tool parts give tools the ability to repair themselves over time. It's called ecological, and the logic is renewable resources are so good that they renew themselves as you watch. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to make with this. I wanted to make another tool rod to replace the one I just used to make the hatchet. There we go. Oh, and that was the other thing I was actually getting this wood for. I want to make slabs, which I will then use to make drying racks. 10 of them. It might be a little excessive, but I'm hungry. So that should be good. Drying racks are essential in the beginning of the game because you can hang rotten flesh on them, dry them out into monster jerky, at which point they will actually be safe to eat. They're still not much better in terms of mechanics and saturation and hunger replenishment and all that than regular rotten flesh is, but they don't give you food poisoning, or hunger as it is, which is, as you can probably imagine, extremely valuable, especially in Caved In where other sources of food are hard to come by right now. Heck, there's an achievement for getting beef for the first time. You know, honestly, I would go in and change that achievement's name, but I can't do that right now. So I'm going to put that there, plug that up because it's bothering me, and get these mushrooms out of here for now. Just put them there. And do I have any more cobblestone in here? Yes, I do. But I want to start actually blocking this off a bit more. I'll collect the iron right now, although actually, what am I doing? I'm collecting iron before coal, so the achievement's not going to trigger because I have to get the coal first. So I'm going to actually grab a piece of coal right now, get that achievement, throw a piece of iron on the ground and pick it up, and get that one. Helps to have achievement progression memorized, and now I can get the tin one too. From the far-off reaches of Tinland, I don't know, my dealer won't tell me where he gets it. I love that video. Place that there. I'm not actually going to smelt these ores yet, because given how valuable resources are right now, I don't want to smelt ores in the furnace with coal unless I have an even 8 of the ores to maximize the coal's efficiency. It wouldn't be as much of a problem if we had actually additions in, which allows you to make coal into tiny coal, but we don't have that, so I have to be resourceful right now. And I see there's creepers on the map somewhere near here, so I'm going to want to have the axe out. Or hatchet, excuse me. And now, I gotta kill him, and hopefully have him give me 2 bones. And he gave me a bow, and nothing else. So he gave me his rarest possible drop, and neither of the common ones, including the one I actually needed. Well, that seems about right. I just heard a creeper jump down behind me. That's a thing that they like to do. So I need to kill these guys and hope one of them drops a loot bag. Or I could just have him explode and kill the other one. It's always fun to do. Especially when they go blasting off again like that. Very fun to watch. I got 1 bone, too. The skeleton must have actually dropped a bone that I didn't see, or there was a skeleton who died here earlier that I missed. Maybe a creeper blew him up when I was doing that stuff earlier. Hey, another skeleton. The high attack cooldown on axes isn't very good for my ability to live right now, which is why I'm trying to get a sword. Oh wait, no, I only needed 1 bone. What am I talking about? The blade's gonna be made of flint. Come on now, I gotta remember what I'm doing. Ooh. I can actually get a trophy achievement right now, provided I can mine this with the level of pick that I have. Yes! I'll go over what that achievement is when I get back to the base and I'm not out in the open being pummeled from all sides. As much as this is being pummeled from all sides, yes, I am very good at describing my surroundings. You can just get out of here. Now, the attack animation on the axes is a vanilla thing. I believe that means that they can break shields, and hitting a player wearing armor with an axe in PvP will actually damage their armor more than any other attack will. So if you're on like a vanilla PvP server and you see players with diamond axes instead of diamond swords on occasion, that's what they're using them for, to break your armor and make you cry. So I want to make a bone wide guard and get these other 2 bits out of here. Now, flint and bone on a sword at the beginning of the game is one of the best things that you can have, and you'll see why right now. The wood gives it ecological, which makes it regenerate its durability. The bone gives it fracture, which is just straight up sharpness. And having flint on the blade gives it level 2 crude, which deals more damage against unarmored targets, which is basically every enemy except zombies at this point in the game. And it does more damage than a vanilla iron sword. There we go. Got that. I'm going to put the bow away since I don't want that right now. And, oh yes, I said I'd go over the achievement for the Moonstone. It's one of the challenge achievements, called When You See It, Uncover an Elusive Moonstone. Which, yes, it's named for those old pictures you see online where it's like, when you see it, you'll shit bricks, and it shows you, like, a dark image that typically has some sort of creepy face or something hidden in the background. If the image isn't just an outright GIF that hits you with a jump scare, I hate those. Like, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. And these are the custom achievement trophies. They have your name on them, and they have the item that you had to pick up or craft to get the achievement. That's going to be the first of quite a few of those we'll be seeing. And did I pick up any more rotten flesh while I was down there? I did not, unfortunately. Moonstones themselves aren't that useful. They're used to make like one specific type of glass that you can walk through, and it's just for fun. But I think they're used to make a couple of other things, including solar panels that are powered by the moon, or, well, lunar panels, but because we're not open to the sky in Caved In, because we've been caved in, they're not all that useful. Out of wood again. I don't really need a door yet, because this is just a temporary base anyway, until I get some armor. That's actually going to be my next priority, get iron armor. Want my protection. Gotta get the coal here to actually make the armor by smelting the ore into ingots. Got the achievement for copper right there. I'll go over achievement progression for ores again after I am in a safe place. Iron is right over here too. I know exactly how much iron I need to make a full suit of armor. I need, last I checked, 24 iron ingots to make a full suit of armor. Or really 24 of any item to make a suit of armor related to that item, with the exception of the Armor Plus stuff, which we'll be getting into much later. Because, well, you need a pretty high mining level pickaxe just to get the thing you need to make the crafting tables for that mod. It's kind of annoying, actually. I wish you didn't need a diamond or above pickaxe. So, I saw an enemy over here, thanks to the Toro health showing them healing for some reason. Don't know what that is. I think it was a glitch, but I definitely saw something over here. And I'm gonna go fight it after I get this iron. How much do I have right now? I have 12 plus whatever's in my base. So I'm going to need to double this count that I have right now. Here's a zombie. So, 4 non-critical hits with the flint broadsword that I just made, which I forgot to rename again, rats. And 3 if one of the hits is a critical. I think I can rename it very easily, even without an anvil, just by putting it through that table again and maybe adding a piece of flint to quote-unquote repair it. Looks like we're getting some slowdown here. Don't know why, because I'm in single player. But, well, them's the breaks. Get a bit more of this iron. We're up to 18 pieces. I'm very close now. 19. That was the only... No, it's not. Okay. 20. 21. 22. And I believe I have enough iron ore back at the base to get the armor, get 24 pieces and get the armor. Actually, we'll need it. Oh boy. Now this is a point where if I was on multiplayer or not recording, I would use /spawn or /home to get home, but I'm trying not to do that because I don't want to be cheap, so I'm just going to climb my way back up here past this guy, which I can actually almost take out with the sword before he could explode, and I might have been able to do it if I wasn't at such a terrible position to fight him. Skeletons die in 3 hits to the sword because they don't wear armor, so the sword does extra damage to them. The zombies don't appear to be wearing armor, but they actually, according to the health bar up there, they have a point of armor naturally, like natural armor, like in Dungeons & Dragons, and that counts for the flint thing not working, so... Yeah, they're actually the only enemy that we can fight right now that isn't affected by Crude 2. And they're also one of the simplest enemies to deal with. You saw me punching them to death without a weapon, so really, flint as your weapon's head is just always good to start the game. If you use it on any other part of the weapon, like the handle or the binding, you'll get crude 1, which is basically a lesser version of the same thing, so if you can get it on the head, you should get it on the head. If you use bone for the head, you get splintering, which makes the weapon do more damage the more times you hit an enemy. I personally prefer to just have the straight-up flat damage increase, but other people might prefer to have the other version. So we're just going to cook that. Put the rest of it away. I actually should probably make even a couple more furnaces just so I can smelt multiple kinds of ore. 2 more furnaces. According to my timer, I've been recording for about 15 minutes, maybe a little more right now, so I'm going to try to be keeping these episodes around a half an hour in length. But again, no guarantees, because every session is different, especially if I do stuff like, you know what, let's just make this a little easier. There we go. I'm probably not going to be staying in this area for too long, because, well, I don't want to. I want to find a roguelike dungeon and live there. But I'm not going to try to move into a roguelike dungeon until I have armor, because of the powerful enemies that spawn in them, and the fact that if you're not quick enough getting the spawners out of the way, you will die, and you will die many, many times, and you'll have to go in there to break your gravestone, get your stuff back, and then die again, because the monsters will juggle you around while you're trying to break it. And this, accidentally hit Q while trying to hit 1 there. Wow, this guy actually barely even managed to hit me at point-blank range. And of course I make fun of him, and his friend comes to punish me for mocking them. But, well, I got that super healing from saturation. Don't get much of it with zombie jerky, but you get enough. And now they're gone. I got 2 more bones, which actually I needed, so I'm very glad I got those. Is there another one? No, that was just the arrows falling off the leaves, thank goodness. Why am I wearing his head? Okay. Well, yeah, he dropped a head, which is nice, because there's something I can do with them later that... Actually, can I do that in this version? In this pack? I don't know. I'll have to check. I'm out of jerky, so I should make some more with that flesh there. Put those in there. And I know what I want to do with this single piece of string. I want to make a bowstring out of it. And I want to make a bow limb out of some wood, which is going to take 3 pieces of wood. And then I'm going to want to get 1 more bone again. I love bone tools this early in the game. To make the other bow limb. Put that away. No. Want the piece of flint so I can rename the sword. Get up there. Get this, 1 more piece of gravel. Make it into a piece of flint. Put the sword in. Can I rename it without? No, I have to repair it. Oh well. No. And yes, when I upgrade the sword, you'll see it get an even better, more hilarious primitive name. At least until I start getting into the really cool later game swords, when I'll start being more serious with the names. Maybe. How close is this to being done? Pretty close. Should be able to finish it in a little bit. Do I make a door, or do I... Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to cook this tin ore to make a... To make this, I need 4 tin and that chest over there. So I'm just gonna wait for that. I love sitting around waiting. I don't love sitting around waiting. In any game, really. But while I'm waiting, I might as well do this. Yay. And again, I'm not going to be staying here, but just wanted to pass the time a little bit. Got some iron here. This is how I like to make suits of armor. Unless I mess it up. we go. Protection. Excellent. Should have installed a cosmetic armor mod so I could hide that on my character model. But then again, I am in single player, so you're not going to be seeing much of it. Oh, and you can see that the base metals mod, I believe, actually changes the texture of iron a bit to look a bit rustier and crappier. I don't know if I'm a fan of it or not, but there you go. We're going to get this tin, break the chest, and make it into a strongbox from the Thermal Foundation, I think, mod. It's one of them. Foundation Dynamics Expansion, I don't know. Now, at first, me making this into a strongbox is going to seem a little bit counterintuitive because it actually has less room until you upgrade it, which you need a type of alloy to do. But there's actually a very good reason for me doing this, which you'll see in a second here. Gonna want to put the most valuable items in it first. Break these down. Grab these. Hang on a second, do I have... Yeah, I do. I can actually make a second strongbox, which I will do right now. Oh, that's the other thing about the Tinker's crafting stations. They keep their inventory when you close out their window, which is something that should be vanilla but isn't for some reason. I'm going to put all this stuff in here. Actually, that bullwhip pattern needs to be in the pattern chest. Yeah, these keep their inventory when you break them too, which is nice. These can all get in here. I'm going to take the trophy. I don't think breaking it with the pickaxe actually makes it go any faster or does anything, but there you go. I'm going to break these drying racks. These are actually almost done, so I'll let them finish. Maybe while they're going, unless I'm out of wood. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm going to grab some coal and make a bunch of torches. Or completely mess up, misclick, and make buttons, because we love buttons. Well, that's upsetting, and I forgot to replant the tree. Ugh. Guess I'm not having torches aside from those two. Grab the piece of dirt. Now, I could take these braziers, but if I picked them up and placed them again, I'd actually have to reignite them with flint and steel, which I don't have yet, although I probably could get it fairly soon. And these are done. So I'll grab those. Break them. Put the monster jerky in the spot I like to put my food, on the hot bar. Put the drying racks away. Take up the torches. And this is why I wanted strong boxes. You can pick them up and they keep their inventory. Just don't die while you're carrying them because they'll drop like everything else and then you have to go find them and you lose even more stuff than you normally would. Kill that. Hi there. Nope, can't quite three-shot him yet. But, hey, I had armor on, so I barely took any damage from having my face... Oh my god, I hate baby zombies. I hate everything about them. They can go die in a hole. They are my least favorite enemy in vanilla to fight, even including harder enemies, because they are tiny, they are hard to hit, they move way too fast, they can fit in one-box spaces and kill your villagers if you have them set up that way. Just everything about them is bad, and I hate them, and they should not exist. Somebody should make a mod that does nothing but remove baby zombies from the game. They are that much of a pain, and you don't even get anything additional for fighting a harder enemy. They have the same drops as normal zombies, and it was even worse in a prior version of the game where, like other baby mobs, they dropped nothing, not even experience, when you killed them. I actually do want to kill these guys if I can. Nah, why not? Alright, now we're going to want to head due west, I believe. Because if I remember correctly from the last time I played this seed for like 2 minutes prior to this, there was something over here that I really wanted. Yeah, I did a practice run, so sue me. Honestly, I don't even care about these guys shooting me. Because if he hits me enough time, he'll knock me to the point where I'm out of his aggro range and he won't shoot me anymore. And I got armor on. This isn't going to be my permanent armor by any means. I just wanted some protection to go where I'm going. I should honestly have my sword out right now. I think once I get my base started in this place where I'm going to be going, I'll end it off here and save the rest for another episode because I've been recording for a while. And oh my god, it's actually even closer than I thought it was. That mess right there is a roguelike dungeon. They are very fun to deal with because I have all sorts of great treasure in them, and if you can secure one early in the game, you're pretty much set for a long time until you like want to go to the Nether or start doing harder things. Also, because of the way the towers generate, you can use them to get above bedrock, but I won't. I might actually go up there to the part that's above the bedrock, but I won't actually exit the door and go out there. I'll seal it off because it's cheap. I cannot mine this ore yet, and I want it so bad. Those are heart crystals. I can use those to make containers to increase my health. Oh my god, I want those, but I can't have them. Well, you can't always get what you want. And these large flat areas generated by... Oh my god, another one of these guys. Generated by the encased option on roguelike dungeons. This would be a great place for a farm. It's all set up, so I can very easily convert it into a farm. Now I want to get over here. There's actually a chest. Heh. Right where I can reach it from outside. That's pretty funny. And what's it got? It's got a blade with mending on it that's better than the one I'm using. Why not? For now, I guess. Got some laudanum, which does weird things. And, well, I should probably even take the chest. Did I get any blocks from that, though? Yeah, I did get some cobblestone. I got some fish, too. Fish is good. Yes. Delicious fish, as the achievement used to be called. So now, I'm going to want to do that, that, and that. Now spacing the blocks like that makes getting up here a simple jumping puzzle, easy enough for a player, but completely breaks monster pathfinding. Nothing will be able to do that and get up here. Yep, and there's the super hard roguelike monsters, everyone. They come with fully decked out with armor and have a higher probability of having enchanted gear. Have fun. So what I want to do is find a specific type of room in here and hope I can just run through and not die. So I'm going to knock these bars out and then probably replace them for now, because I just don't like leaving things unbuilt like that. Oh, how nice. This generated with iron bars already to block off this. Well, they always do. You have to mine them out if you want to go in there. This isn't going to be the part that leads to the weird surface area. So I can go up here, well, not safely, but without it looking cheaty. There's that. I'm looking for a door in the walls. This is a spider spawner. Now, I could take out the spawner, but because of how Ender IO works, if I take out the spawner, I'll get a broken version of the spawner that I can bind to a machine to spawn the monsters at the cost of power. But with Ender IO installed, breaking a spawner instantly spawns like 3 to 5 of the monster that spawns normally, so you can't just run in and break it, because if you go in and run into a room, break a bunch of spawners, you'll get utterly swarmed and destroyed by all the stuff it pumps out. These brick things will lead up to the place where it's above the bedrock. It's actually a pretty nice pre-built house, but if I don't want to take advantage of going out above the bedrock, I certainly don't want to live above the bedrock, because that would just ruin the feel of the map here. It's a nice light. Gonna want to try to avoid triggering that spawner. Oh my god, it's spawning armored skeletons. I have to book it out of there and run into a dead end. Brilliant. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to fight this guy. Actually, now that I think about it, this sword probably isn't much better than the one I was using. Well, it is for now, because these enemies are obviously wearing armor, so... Well, there you go. Now, this is why roguelikes are so good, because if I kill them, I can farm a bunch of armor and stuff. Free leather armor, and when leather armor becomes useless to me, I can, later in the game, throw low-level enchantments on them and feed them to a disenchantment generator for lots and lots of power. I think I'm going a bit long, but I really do want to find one of those rooms. If I don't find one in the next couple of minutes, I might leave off, but yeah, I don't really want to. That's zombies. Oh, is he carrying an iron pickaxe as a weapon? Why, yes, I do want that, so... Oh, no, it's a stone pickaxe, oh well. Yeah, you can still get vanilla tools by getting them off of roguelike mobs, but that's the only way to get them. No other way to do it. And the deeper you go, the better equipment these guys will have. Looks like I didn't actually get any equipment drops from them. What a shame. I'm going to eat my fish now. Alright, this is the way I came from, so... If I go another way, I should be able to find the very one specific type of pre-generated room that I'm looking for. I'm keeping an eye on these wooden walls, because that's where the thing's going to be. If there's even one... Oh my, that's a lot of spiders, and it's a dead end, so it's not even worth going into. I'm just going to run from these guys and go down the stairs, because they can't follow me down the stairs, because they're too fat! Glad they're not cave spiders. At least I think they can't follow me. Yeah, but, yeah, it doesn't look like they can. Yeah, they're too big to fit through the holes. Gonna go this way. Hey, this floor has spruce as the primary building material. I like spruce wood better than oak wood, so I'm okay with that. Provided I can actually find the thing that I'm looking for. Looks like I'm not going to get those little light flip things down here, though. So I'm going to want to be more careful, case in point. I don't want these guys to start blowing up this area, so I'm going to take them out. Top-notch AI right there. Good job. What have we got in here? Doesn't look like much in here. Oh! Well, this isn't the kind of room I was looking for, but it's very nice. And it has a brewing stand. Yeah. And redstone blocks and nether wart. You know what? I'm going to probably block off this room and use it for now, because I'm having trouble finding the other type of room that I want. I'm just going to check down one more hallway, and if it's not in here, I'm going to use that other kind that I found. It's only doing 1 damage to me? Wow. How much iron armor can save your life? Don't knock it. What's this room now? Oh, there's some books there. Huh. Should probably knock those out and see if there's anything sneaky behind them. Probably gonna make this entire dungeon into a nice big base network. Is there anything behind them? No, sadly. Got a little bit of lag there, though. That is indeed on my end. That is not your video glitching. More books. You know, I can't remember if the bookshelves actually ever generate secret rooms. Because I know that secret rooms can... Yes! Oh, wait, no. This is outside. Heh. Well, that's going to be a good place to set up the farm, anyway. I'll just collect the books, because books are good to have. Well, looks like I got a little bit unlucky and couldn't find the type of secret room that I was looking for. But I found that other really cool room, so I'll just hang out there until I can go exploring more of the dungeon in a later episode, see if I can find... Or do that! Well, this is a right... Yeah, knew that would happen. You know what, I actually am going to be cheap and use the back command, because that was a little cheap. Although normally I wouldn't do that, but it was so close to the end of the episode that I just needed to do it to save time. Got my stuff back. I love the gravestones mod. It makes it so that your stuff never despawns, but you still have to find your grave and break it with all the mobs that killed you the first time chasing you. And once again, I am getting lag. A lot of it that is going to get me killed. Yes, you hear that? People who play competitive online first-person shooters, lag actually can get you killed, and is sometimes a valid excuse. I think this is actually because my disk might be filling up. I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm just going to go back off camera and start setting up in that room. Because, yeah, 1 frame per second is a bit intolerable, so I'm going to end here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully my game will be running a little bit better. Just a really quick update. I did come back off camera after that mess over there. I had a couple more deaths due to a skeleton that didn't want to leave, but I ultimately got everything in here, set this room up as the base so far, got a tree going, got my jerky going, and on camera I figured the last thing I would do would be to finish off the bow, since I got enough bones from killing that skeleton out there. And there we go. That's 4 of the 5 beginning tools done. And I'm going to keep using the tempered blade for now because it has some pretty darn good enchantments on it. So, yeah, that's actually going to do it this time. I'll splice this onto the end of the last video, and you should be seeing this pretty soon. So, until next time.